matrimony. Tying the knot? The old ball and chain. That's right, we're talking about weddings.
Yeah, the idea of going to a wedding, I mean, you know, is everybody really that happy going to a wedding?
Maybe not, Ed, but how would you feel if the wedding incorporated cannabis throughout its entire day?
Yeah, why not? If the people feel good about it, like, I don't really mind.
How would you feel about attending a wedding that had a cannabis bar?
Who cares?
Who cares? Yeah, not a fan?
Doesn't really matter.
How do you think the older generations at the wedding would feel about it?
Do they have to know?
Never been to a wedding where there's free cannabis, but if someone wants me to attend their wedding, let's have some free cannabis. I'll be there.
Now, we're not just talking about your guests bringing weed to your wedding. In fact, this coming March, there's the first ever Canadian Cannabis Wedding Expo happening in Calgary. So I sat down with one of the founders to understand how we can incorporate cannabis within our wedding days. When people think, you know, cannabis weddings, I'm sure they just think about smoking. How else can you incorporate cannabis within a wedding?
Well, lots of different ways. So, you know, basically, you know, the consumption is one thing, but a big thing is in the floral arrangements. You know, in the bouquet, you can incorporate buds or the cannabis leaves or cuttings. You know, brides and grooms can gift the cannabis to their guests.
Using the flower aside, there are even hemp wedding dresses being made for your special day.
For this expo in Calgary, it's our first one. So we got about 35 different vendors. We have a couple of retailers, we have florists, we have cake makers, you know, we have some topical companies, we have some cannabis-friendly venues, hotels that are on board, and just anybody that's kind of open to the idea of having cannabis. The overall goal is just to help drop the stigma of what cannabis has, and you know, people use cannabis in their everyday lives, and we feel that at a wedding or a special event, you know, people should be able to consume that as well.
For Midas Letter Live, I'm Adamo Barbieri.
Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. Make sure you never miss a show by subscribing to our YouTube channel and clicking on the little notifications bell. If you're interested in getting monthly actionable investment ideas in the cannabis space to your inbox, subscribe to the newsletter at midasletter.com.